Hi guys, this is Joy, and today I am continuing on with 30 Days of Christy's Beautiful Life. It is the first day of spring break, so I'm hoping to get a lot done. So this is going to be more of a step-by-step process because I have a little bit more time, and I'm not for sure why. The camera's shaking a little bit. Hopefully that will subside. I don't want to make you guys seasick. So this is the sketch. And in this sketch, they used a 4x6. I am using a 5x7 because we have a lot of, remember when Olin Mills was around and you have all these portrait pictures? And that's what I have today, and that's what we're going to use. So the first thing I'm going to show you is I am going to go ahead and gut my paper on this one. I wasn't, but then I decided I will go ahead and do that. So I will be able to show you that really well because I'm in the living room. Nobody's home except for my granddaughter, and she is as quiet as a mouse. So I am I'm using the inch from on the right side of my cutter. I'm just kind of going down 1 inch. I am turning it. I usually I do the opposite sides first. And I'm doing another inch, and I'm going to go from line to line. I will finish cutting this free. I'll show you that. So a lot of times, see how this is? I do have to go ahead and cut it. It's not an exact science because remember, you are covering this up with a piece of paper, so that cuts that free. And the beauty of, remember, the reason we gut paper is so that we can use it for our photo mats. The color that I'm using is Candy Apple. If you don't have Candy Apple, you might have Holiday Red. That would be a great substitution for the holiday for Candy Apple. I'm being very conservative with my paper now that I know that Close to My Heart will not be is closing after April 30th. So the paper pack that I'm using today is actually Beach Day. It is not available on my website. However, those of you who know me know I have kind of a store, and so I do have several paper packs of this. So if you want to leave a message, I can tell you how to get it. I am selling the Beach Day paper pack that I have. It comes with a sticker pack. I'll show that to you in just a minute. Now I am just hacking off 1 inch. This actually was part of the Beach Day workshop. And I had one of the sheets left over. If you did not do the workshop, if you just have the paper pack, the Beach Day paper pack, no worries. You could get the same effect with Splatter. You could use your watercolors and just flick them. You could use your shimmer brushes and have this effect. It's really easy to achieve. So it is just a light splatter. I didn't want it to be totally stark. I think I'm going to go ahead and direct to paper ink on the edges just to give it a little bit more. My pictures are quite dark. The picture that I'm using, I'm only using one, is quite dark. And I'm doing, this is not a correct picture. This picture was actually taken in 1988. Mistake. My sister, bless her heart, she always, she loved pictures, and we were very poor when the kids were small, so there's not a lot of pictures of her kids, but the pictures were very precious to her, so we want to put them so that they'll be in a book for her kids. So, and then I'm just taping it around and this on here. So this, except for this sheet of paper and the cardstock, all of this is, I'm just using up my Beach Day paper pack. And as previously stated, I do have several packs of the Beach Day. I'll show you what that looks like. I'm selling it for $10. I have quite the inventory. So this is all of the paper that is from the Beach Day, and this is the sticker sheet. I'm not using anything from the sticker sheet because I'm using mine up, and a lot of the ones that, this date one would have been great. In fact, if I have that, I might go ahead and, I don't have that. I've used that. This is the sticker sheet that I'm using from, I'm trying to using up my stuff. But the date, I would have used that date if I would have had it. But I'm not going to break into another pack to do that. So let's look at our sketch, and I'll show you which sides. So this is the picture that we're using. It's quite dark, and that's why I've gone pretty light with the picture. I have also used the digital collection. This is from the digital collection, and then I actually used a brad for the top of the beach ball because it looks really cool in there. I also had some leftover PML cards, so I fussy cut different pieces from the PML cards. So if you have PML cards, you might want to break those out too. So if you have leftover Beach Day ones, I used the workshop, this from the workshop, candy apple. This was 3 different PML cards, and then these were scraps of paper. So I'll show you the sketch. I didn't follow it exactly when it comes to the use of the paper because I was trying to use up what I had. So you can see that this is the sketch, and it has quite a few. So I'm going to kind of eyeball them, and I'll tell you what I cut, and we'll go from there. So this is the beach balls, and it is 2 inches by 12. That one kind of goes there, and then I believe I used the waves, and the waves, of course, I'm having go horizontal, and that is, and I'll put these in the description below. I always put the dimensions that I cut the paper. This may not be what the sketch person did, and the person who made the sketch was Sandra Davies. She is really talented. I watch a lot of her YouTubes, so it might not be her dimensions, but to make my paperwork and the scraps, this is what I used. So I used 2 inches by 11, and I'm just kind of setting that over here. And then also the yellow sheet. This was a yellow, and it was 10.5, and it is a 1.5. And so I placed that right there. And then the red I had over this one. It is 1 3/4 by about 8 1/4. And it doesn't have to be exact if you don't have ones that are that size. And then I'm going to place this right here. And this is all I had left of this, but I thought it was kind of cute. So I just went ahead and set that. And so it's only 1 inch by 8 inches. I'd used this in a previous project. So I have a little cluster down here. So I want to make sure that this will fit on here. And then this was my little Our Family. And she used a circle, I used a beach ball. I'm going to put that down here. I'm going to tuck this all under, so I just have to make sure. I'll probably glue things down here first, and then, these on top. And I might pop dot these a little bit. And then I'm going to have this one I also fussy cut out with my PML cards. It says, remember this day. And then I'm going to put the date that this picture was taken, because my sister wrote on the back of when it was taken. And I'll just put that right there. And I'll pop dot it. I am trying to learn how to use my scanner because she has 3 kids and I only have 1 picture. So anyway, I've had these pictures for quite some time, and I haven't scrapped them because they make me a little emotional since my sister has passed. All right, so here we go. So, and it's kind of funny how I take a picture when I lay it all out. I take a picture, and then to me it's always kind of funny of how they actually wind up because you think, oh, I'm going to change that a little bit. And the other really nice thing that I've kind of learned kind of by accident is sometimes when I'm struggling with a layout, I just don't like how it looks. If I take a picture and I look at it, usually that helps me make a decision. And usually the decision I make is, that looks good, I should just put it down, because I think we tend to be really critical of our own work. And when you take a picture of it and it gives you a little bit of a distance, it helps. So that's kind of life too. When you get a little distance from a situation, sometimes it's easier to make decisions. How's that for being profound? Okay, so this is the middle part, remember the middle part, and I am just going to back this picture. I'm going to glue this super lightly because I might have to pop it off here to scan. I think I have this picture again because, like I said, I will eventually be my niece watches this sometimes. I hope to get books for each one of them, and I might have to pop this off and scan it, so I don't want to glue it down with a heavy hand because then I'll have to pull it up. Anyway, so this was October when they were October in Oregon when they had these. They must have been really cold that day, but she was so good about taking pictures of her kids on a regular basis. So, and we are sure grateful for that now because now we have all of them. Okay, so this is going to come down here like this, according to my sketch. I'm moving things down a little bit lower. My circle's actually going to touch, because remember, a sketch is just an idea. And if I find more pictures of this, I might add to it later, but right now this is what I have. So I am going to just go ahead and put my, but before I do this, because this is light, remember I said it was light, and I want it to kind of look like sand because I'm putting a sand castle and a bucket on there. So I am just going to sponge ever so lightly with this. And the nice thing about using a light background like this is now I can do this. Okay, someone's coming in, so I will try not to make too much noise. I'll do this real quick. So we're going to put this down. Now you hear all my dogs barking. And I'm just going to put this on here and you get the gist of it. All right, so since I have company, I am going to just put this on really quick and you can use your imagination. Please like and subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Talk to you later. Thanks. Bye. Hi, Sunny.